If you've got high blood pressure and your medications are not adequately controlling it, or you're worried about side effects, or you really want to look at fixing the problem, then this video is for you. Hello, I'm Dr. James Bogash, publisher of Modern Health Myths, and today we're going to talk a little bit more in this series on blood pressure. Today we're going to talk about magnesium, and magnesium is a really important mineral, also very commonly deficient in industrialized or civilized is not the right word, developed countries. And there's not any one supplement or answer to any condition, but there are some times when magnesium is a very good knee-jerk reaction to help. So if there was Family Feud and the question was, name one mineral you could do to help with blood pressure, you could certainly, magnesium is going to be in the top of the list. Same thing with diabetes. There are a variety of conditions that magnesium plays a really strong role in, and that's because it's involved in some 300 enzyme systems in the human body. So it's really important. The problem is that there are a lot of things that deplete magnesium in our body. First of all, poor quality diets may not have the magnesium that we need. Poor digestion may affect magnesium. The stress, physical exertion, there's a lot of things. Pregnancy depletes magnesium. So there's a lot of things that we do to ourselves, both good and bad, that will deplete magnesium and increase our requirement for that. There's a big difference in forms of magnesium as far as how well they are absorbed. Generally, your lower quality, cheaper forms like oxides and the carbonates, you're going to find in lower quality multivitamins, and those are generally not absorbed as well versus chelated forms, magnesium, and the Krebs cycle intermediates. So your magnesium citrate, the chelated forms like Albion, patented form. So generally, when you spend more money on magnesium, it's going to be the more expensive forms versus a cheaper form of magnesium like an oxide or a carbonate. So I generally steer people away from those. I also don't typically recommend taking magnesium by itself. It's one of the reasons why I'm such a big fan of a good quality full spectrum multivitamin, because it fills in a lot of the gaps. You combine that with a good quality diet high in things like leafy greens and nuts, which are high in magnesium, and you should be just fine. The only potential issue with magnesium, it's impossible to overdose internally on magnesium taking it orally by mouth. Your body just won't absorb more than it needs. If one of the side effects of taking too much magnesium is loose stools. So if you happen to have constipation, magnesium can be a wonderful tool to help fix that because you're actually trying to overdose, and that's how magnesium can help with constipation. It also, in the process of helping or working on the constipation, getting the gut moving better, you are making sure your body now has all the magnesium it needs. So not really a downside to that. Generally, if you're looking at taking magnesium separately, something around the range of 400 milligrams a day is probably a decent dose of magnesium. And as I mentioned, typically taking it in a multivitamin is what I recommend versus taking it separately. But it is a very potent player for things like high blood pressure, because we know that it helps increase certain chemical messengers like prostacyclins that help relax blood vessels. It is just generally very good for blood vessel health. So as always, make sure you like this video, share it with somebody who you think needs this information, and subscribe to the channel.